We did it! We did it! I feel like crying. Lads. Lads! Welcome to the first victory of the season. I wish I wasn't saying that so many games into the season, but it is what it is. You got to roll with it. We have just gone and beaten Newcastle United 1-0. Who cares? Who cares they were down to 10 men? Who cares that they weren't that good? We were excellent today. We were brilliant. We were the Sheffield United of last season. I'm ecstatic. It was a horrible last 10-15 minutes, but we got through it. And I think we can only take positives from that because they went for it. They really did go for it. They were throwing as many men forward as possible. We were absolutely bricking it. You could see every single player was so nervous. There was so much pressure on that. And then right at the end, Bogle, chest back to Ramsdale. That was horrendous. Like, literally the most scared I've been all season. But we got there. Anyway, let's start from the beginning, shall we? Oh, before we get onto it, cheers. It's gin o'clock, apparently, because I've got no beer in the house. But we've done it. Anyway, this is going to be all over the place, this video, guys. I'm sorry, first of all. Let's crack on. We started really brightly. Really brightly. The build-up play, left, right and centre was incredible. Down that left-hand side, which we've not seen all season, Osborne, Fleck, McGoldrick, every single player played out of their skin. Fleck gave the ball away poorly a few times. Lundstrom was chipping in and actually playing quite well. He kind of blazed a few shots high and wide, which was quite frustrating when we got into some good positions. Fair play. I don't blame him for taking on shots from those angles and stuff. But again, I've said it in previous videos. It feels like every time he's getting the ball, he's trying to put it in top corner because he's wanting someone to come and buy him, or he wants to impress his next his next club. The first real chance, I think it was McGoldrick on the left-hand side. Lovely little interplay, and it wasn't the greatest of strikes. The keeper made a decent enough save. Then obviously Lundstrom missed a few chances, nothing really too serious. He had one on his left foot that he blazed over the bar, like I've just said, and he had one from outside the box that he tried to curl in that was nowhere near. Then the big chance came. Osborne down the left-hand side, cuts it back to Ampadu. Lovely ball into the box. Pace, direction, right on McGoldrick's head. Should have put it away. That should have been 1-0, and we should have been coasting. We should have been coasting because we were the much better side all the way through the game, especially in the first half. We were excellent in the first half, and McGoldrick deserved a goal, really. He was brilliant all game. But yeah, it floated to the back post. McGoldrick got his head on it, but it was just too high. I think the goalkeeper kind of jumped at him, kind of flapped at him, tried to put him off, and he definitely did. And then pretty much just before half time, Didsey gets down that left-hand side again. Lovely little ball through. And he puts it on a plate for Lundstrom. And again, I think their players just put him off by just sliding in front of him. He looked like he was just about to put it in the back of the net, and it went through his legs. He should have put it away. No matter if someone's sliding, he should still put that in the back of the net. What a ball by Didsey as well. But that wasn't the last of the half. Ryan Fraser decided to do two silly challenges and get booked for them both. Obviously, the second one, Didsey did knock it a little bit too far in front of him, but he came in with his left foot and just went bang like that, like he knew he was going to win that ball. He wasn't going to win that ball because Didsey had the kind of run on him. But who cares? Like, he deserved to be sent off. It was two definite bookings. A lot of these, though, sometimes the referees bottle, and if he's booked him for something similar, he won't go and book him again, especially when they were so close to each other. I don't know. They weren't massively close to each other, but I think maybe like 10 minutes or something like that. So half time, and it's 0-0. We've missed a host of chances, loads of chances. Bogle also had one that he brought back onto his left, and it was quite an easy save for Darlow, kind of straight at him, but Bogle was really dangerous all game. Yeah, so we went into half time. You know what Steve Bruce will have said, just keep tight, points fine, but it felt a different game to last season. They defended excellently. This season, in the second half, when they did have 10 men, for the first kind of 10 minutes, it felt like we were just playing through them. And they were just getting caught out of position all the time, and we were getting in behind. We just weren't putting the ball in the back of the net. Bogle had a really good chance from close range that the keeper kind of smothered. Really unlucky not to put that in the back of the net. He had a few chances today, Bogle, didn't he? I'm trying to think of any of the other chances. That's all I've written down, just the Bogle chance. I'm sure we had another couple of shots, but obviously the handball came. At first glance, I thought, we're not going to get this penalty. We don't get these sorts of penalties. And then when they showed the fact that he wasn't offside, Billy Sharp, I thought straight away, this could be a penalty. Because why are they looking at that before they're looking at that? Now, they must have had a quick look and thought, that could be a penalty. And then had a look, right, okay, so he's onside, so it's definitely a possible penalty. But they always bottle it, VAR, don't they? Always bottling and like, referee, go and have a look at the screen because we don't want to make that decision. And the referee went over and made the correct decision. Now, I'm not sure whether he meant it. It looked like he meant to sweep it, but it was all a bit quick, and I don't know, when it slowed down, it looks a lot worse than what it actually is. I do think it was a penalty. I think he meant to do it. Obviously, he's going to say he didn't mean to do it. No one's going to know the actual truth, but it happened. It looked like he swept it away with his hand away from Billy Sharp, and then we get a penalty. At that moment, I'm thinking the last penalty that Billy Sharp took, he smashed down the middle. He loves smashing them down the middle, and I was a little bit worried that he wouldn't know where to go, because he has missed a few in his time for us, but he likes his trusty straight down the middle. But this time he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and we go 1-0 up, and Billy Sharp looked like he was just so happy. Like, obviously his face didn't tell the story, but he looked a bit emotional, if I'm being honest. It looked that it was like, finally, and I didn't realise until after the game that's his 100th goal as a Sheffield United player. And it's probably another one that's been sat in the admin's drafts for a long time, like the Chris Wilder's 100th win, because obviously, Billy Sharp hadn't played too many games this season, got his goal against Fulham, and I didn't think he'd get much of a game, to be honest, towards the end of the season. I definitely didn't think he'd get on today, but that handball opened it up massively. And I'm surprised Billy Sharp didn't score in normal time, to be honest, because he loves kind of that sort of where he's trying his best to like find an inch for a ball to come into the box and then score his goal. But he didn't really have any other chances. He had only had one where Brewster kind of got free down the left, lovely little clip over by Ben Osborne, took it past the defender with a lovely little touch, and then whacked it across the box. And if Billy Sharp were playing week in, week out, he'd have got there and he'd have scored. I guarantee it. Brewster also had a couple of shots towards the end. One which deflected and hit the post, which was really unlucky. It felt like he's that's just hit the post and gone straight back to the goalkeeper. We're going to go and concede. We're going to go and draw. But it wasn't to be. Like I said earlier, Jayden Bogle was brilliant all game. Unlucky not to score a goal. Unlucky not to create anything too. It was a thorn in their side down that right-hand side. I love him trying to take players on. But right at the end, he goes to chest it back to Ramsdale, and Ramsdale's pretty much on top of him, and he's like, and it looked like it were going in. As soon as he did it, it looked like that. But Ramsdale was close to it. Ramsdale knew it was going out. I think that's the reason why he didn't try and get a full hand on it. I wonder if it had gone on target, if Ramsdale would have actually got there. We'll never know. Ramsdale, even though he had barely anything to do, still scared us, because I don't know if it was an eye injury or his contact lens had fallen out or his contact lens was annoying him. Now, I know how that feels, because at work yesterday, I wore contact lenses and one fell out and it really, really annoyed me. But I was doing this all day, just rubbing my eye, and that's what it looked like, to be honest. But he didn't really have anything to do, did he, all game? Other than that, the thing what I was worried about, we took Basham off, we took Ollie Burke off, two really tall players, and then I was thinking, they've just brought on Andy Carroll. They've obviously got some big defenders from the back. I am now nervous. They got a corner towards the end. They didn't put a lot of balls into the box, to be honest, today. Not many at all. And I think if they would have put more pressure on us, putting balls into the box, then they might have got some joy. But the fact that Andy Carroll came on and they got some big lads, and all we had was Egan and Ampadu, really. And Ampadu was the one that let Ben Mee, didn't win the ball against Ben Mee against Burnley. So I was a little bit worried about that, I'm going to be honest. But we got there. We got there. Is this going to be a season-turning moment? Who knows? It could be. That's 2 wins in a row. I know it's stupid to say. One was Bristol Rovers and we won his first game in the Premier League. But you never know. We were so much better. That's the best game we've played all season. We were unbelievable on the ball today, especially in that first half. So good. And if we can play like that every game, we can get out of this. I think we are 3 wins away from safety, which is a mountain to climb, especially when you've only won 1 game all season. But it's possible. We know that this team that we have are a confidence team. Look how they played tonight after 1 win in the FA Cup. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? So on to the next one, see if we can get another win. I'll quickly run through the side. Ramsdale had nothing to do. Bogle, I really enjoyed watching Bogle tonight. Even before they had 10 men, he was a thorn in their side, like I said. Basham, I was gutted he came off, to be honest, because I like Basham coming from deep and trying to join in the attacks and people not picking him up because not knowing that he's coming. So, yeah, I'm gutted that he came off, but it possibly was the right decision. I'm not sure. I thought he should have left it as much as what it was for as much of the game as possible, because I thought Burke was playing really well. McGoldrick was running the show. I thought we could have scored a goal without bringing any subs on today, to be honest. But he went for it and it came off. So brilliant. Billy Sharp won the penalty. Billy Sharp scored it and he came on for Basham. So what do I know? Egan, very good, very strong. Ampadu, a lot better than he has been playing. Good defensively, good passer of the ball. Put that lovely ball in from McGoldrick, could have scored from that. So Ampadu, big tick today. I'm very surprised because Ampadu's been shocking most of the season. But big tick for Ampadu today. Osborne, excellent at left wing back today. Unbelievable. And who'd have thought we won our first game of the season without Ender Stevens and George Baldock? Crazy. Fleck was better. Still gave the ball away quite cheaply at times, but better. Lundstrom was okay. Got himself into some good positions. Passed the ball around well. Nice little interchangeable play and stuff. Norwood absolutely ran the show today. Ran the show. Oh, can I just quickly say, Ben Osborne, another big tick because of that challenge, last-ditch challenge in the first half, could have changed the game. Norwood, absolutely, like even before the red card, Norwood ran the show today. He did give the ball away when he was taking the mick a little bit. He was just about to sweep it to the wing and then someone nicked it off him. It could have been a goal. So, yeah, bit of a hairy moment there. But Norwood played really well. Then strikers, did say, excellent. excellent. Like, just ran the show all game. Him and Norwood ran the show today. Very, very happy. And they're two of my favourite players, to be honest, Norwood and Didsey. Obviously, I've not been too kind to Norwood recently because I think he's had a poor season up to now. But I love watching him ping that ball. I really, really do. And when he's on form, and if he can just speed it up a little bit when he's got the ball, Norwood's an excellent player. Such a great player. Our best passer of the ball, our best dead ball specialist. Norwood is a great player. And I want to see more of him this season. I'm happy Lundstrom to be playing on the right, Fleck on the left, and Norwood behind him. That needs to stay all the rest of the season. And then finally, I thought Ollie Burke, brilliant today. Another great game. Didn't quite find that final shot because he had one that was beautifully played over to him, and then he took it on one-on-one. Fernandez got back and got the tackling, but he'll get there. He'll score more goals. He will score goals in the Premier League, I guarantee it. He's just so difficult to defend against, which that's what I like to see. Sharpie came on, did his job, didn't do much else other than that, but he led the line well. Tried to hold the ball up, won the penalty, scored the penalty. Can't grumble at all. And finally, Brewster did all right. I thought won a couple of headers, held the ball up quite well. It just needs a bit more confidence. Like, fair enough, he was taking shots on from quite far out. That second one could have easily gone in the back of the net, could have opened his account. First one were a bit poor that he dragged wide. But there you go. That's it. End of the game. They brought Jags on towards the end, but I don't think he touched the ball. Not sure. But yeah, well done, Blades. Thoroughly deserved today. Excellent performance. Played him off the park. And now we've got that win. I think the pressure's off massively. And we can go on and win a lot more games. But have we left it too late? Let's see. So thanks for watching, guys. Until the next time, stay in good nick. Yes!